Alrighty, everyone, welcome to Stars and Stripes Racing Raze Energy Truck Series season opener here at Daytona International Raceway. Story about the delay here on start. Had a little issue there, but I got it fixed. We're going to take a look at your starting lineup for what is the Daytona Men of Gennius 200 here tonight. Nick Holland grabbing the pole here for this one. Kevin to his outside alongside row number 2, Andrew Medlin and Nate Lynch. Row number 3, Christopher Wade, Trey Jackson. Row number 4 is Cole Grimes and Steve Anderson. Row number 5, Kyle Hall and Dylan Glass. Row number 6 here tonight, Mike Lynch, Ken Campbell. Row number 7, Michael Weber and Jerry Hedrick. Row number 8 is going to be Douglas Hopper, Brian Lynch. Row number 9 tonight, Mark Roberts, alongside Adam. Row number 10, Derek Offerman and Justin Jones in that 20th spot. Scott Richard, Patrick Hasty in 22nd. Row number 12, Aaron Hale and Eric Ars, or right there beside of him, Paul House in 25th. Kyle 26th, 27th, Scott Black, Brian Chew 28th. Starting 29th, that's going to be Timothy Scott back there in 30th, 31st, Brian Lucas, Joseph right there, Max Ward 33rd tonight, Tony 34th, and Mr. King 35th here tonight. Sorry about the rushed intro there. We had a bit hiccup as we was getting ready to go live, so I had to restart everything, but you didn't miss a minute of the action here for the Raze Energy Truck Series here, getting ready to go green. Here we go. Out of turn number 4 at Daytona International Raceway. You're looking at the front of the field right now. The 68-4 will lead them down. Again, it's going to be fun here tonight. We got 80 laps quickly. 80 laps here as you take a look at your track facts going green here in just a moment. 80 laps here tonight, or 200 miles. Trucks coming to green right now out of turn number 4. Get the season underway for the Raze Energy Stars and Stripes Racing League Truck Series is underway at Daytona here early on. Nick Holland up there grabbing that race lead on the bottom line. He's got Kevin right there with him there on the top in the 4. Andrew working his way through right now. Andrew, great job following the inside line through. Andrew going to plow the line down the back straightaway. And here we go. The dance begins, right? And we'll see it all night long as that dance begins down the back straightaway right now. And everybody fighting their way through around turns 3 and 4 right now. The trucks down the front straightaway for the first time here tonight out of turn 4. But Andrew out front, Nick Holland there in second. That's the way they run right now across the stripe. 2 laps on the board already, folks. And at the beginning of this one, Andrew with the race lead out in front in the 12. Andrew out front, Nick Holland in second, Christopher Wade in third. Wade sitting in that third spot, Kevin Cole Grimes right there, Nate Lynch, Kyle Hall back here. Everybody hanging on right now down the back straightaway and doing a great job of it right now. Everybody double file. You see Kyle Hall right there in the 87 truck sitting in the 6th spot right now. Kyle Hall there trying to get it done down the front straightaway. Andrew out in front in the 12. You got a challenge as Nick Holland jumps to the outside there in the 68 Taco Bell machine. Look at Nick Holland already here early on, showing some good premise there as they work their way down into 1 and 2. Once again, pack staying pretty well together right now and doing a good job keeping it going at the moment as everybody fights their way through here early on. 3 laps complete. 3 complete here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Everybody hanging in there up front to the front of the pack, looking really good right now. Not doing anything too crazy, but keeping it nice in the line. Starting to drop back through the field. Let's go back here near the back here. We got some trucks hanging on. Again, trying to save that fast repair in the back of the pack. That's Adam, Paul House, Eric R back here, Kyle all back here in the group that's kind of saving their equipment right now. Saving that fast repair for later on. Again, we got 80 laps here tonight that these guys will have to conquer here at Daytona. Meanwhile, up front, Andrew's still trying to hang on with Nick Holland to his outside. Down the back straightaway right now, double file. Andrew and Nick Holland going at it up front. Crew trucks going at it up front here, and you can see them. Big push down the back straightaway, that 12 Old Dominion machine of Andrew. On the bottom here, Cole Grimes right there in a third, Christopher Wade fourth, Kyle Hall fifth, and that's the way they run right now. Again, 5 laps complete. These trucks trying to save their equipment right now and doing a good job of it. Just saving their equipment right now, trying to keep it up and going. Here early on, we're going to see the pack start to break apart. As we go back through the field here, you're starting to see some single file trucks. That's Adam Paul House back here leading this second pack. Kyle, Brian Chew, Aaron Hale, and Scott Black all in part of this pack number 2 right now. So we've got 2 packs of trucks evenly matched out right now. Andrew Medlin still hanging on to the race lead. Stars and Stripes Racing a series, or Racing League, and the Energy Truck Series, Raze Energy Truck Series here tonight. And the real men of Gennius 200 here at Daytona to open the season. Big push down the back straightaway to 53.68 on the top side. We doing well to work together right now up in front and keeping it intact. That front truck's got to do a lot of work there to keep this working. See them right there kind of working together real well. But here's the thing, you got to really think about what you're doing, right? Really got to push hard. But as that front truck, you kind of need to ride the brake. Let those guys in behind you kind of stay with you here. 7 of 80 complete here tonight at Daytona International Raceway. Everybody fighting their way through early on. It's the 68 out front of Nick Holland right now. Nick Holland out in front of this thing. 7 laps complete of the 80 here tonight. Again, you got a pretty good little ways to go. Everybody minding their own, trying to keep it under control. Eric Offerman back here. Scott, Ken Campbell, Jerry Hendrick. All these guys just giving a little bit of space back here in the back of the pack. The 15 AC Delco truck of Jerry trying to work his way forward. What about Brian right here behind him? Both these trucks having a pretty good run here tonight. And let's take a look. The 24 of Brian right here behind that 15 truck of Jerry. Taking a look at Jerry here in the 15. Started, what did he start? 14th here tonight. He's been as high as 14th, but right now he's falling back to 18th here. So maybe just saving that AC Delco number 15 truck just a little bit here. See Douglas up there in the 29. Look where he's running up there in 13th at the moment. Trucks going down the back straightaway. 68 Nick Holland down the line. He'll drop below the yellow. He's going to fall back. He's led some laps. Now he's going to go save his equipment. Nick Holland dropping after starting on pole here tonight. Dropping rapidly to the bottom of the pack, letting the field go by. He'll drop all the way to 21st. Nick Holland doing a great job, just doing exactly that. Back up here at the front of the pack, you got Kevin on the outside lane. Running, started second here tonight, continues to run right there. Get right there as they work their way down the front straightaway right now. So everybody hanging on. Yellow on the racetrack. First caution of the night is out. We're going to go back here and see if we can find what has happened. And it involves a Paul House. What happened to Paul here? Slow this thing down here. Back and take a look. This is going to be a mess off of down the back straightaway near the middle to rear of the field here. What happened to bring the yellow out here at lap number 9? What happened here? Trucks right here in a line. Yeah, these are wrecks going to happen up. Yep, right in front of him. You see that one truck getting turned around. I believe that was the 59 of Max Ward. It got tipped around there that started this incident down the back straightaway. Trucks getting caught up in it. It was Max Ward there in the Raze Energy number 59. Kind of triggered this. Let's go back and take a look. More time from Max's. Just got tipped. One more look here. Tipped in the outside wall. I believe that was a 28 that tipped him. See it as they start wrecking down the back straightaway. That inside line kind of bottles up. There you go. First incident of the night here. And let's see if we can find our race leader, Christopher Wade here. We'll take a look at Mr. Wade coming into this one. Christopher Wade leading the way here. Wade. As they're slowing down here for this first caution. Let's take a look. You got Wade out front. Little there in second. Look at that. Kevin right there in P2 here tonight, having a smooth, really good run here. Kevin having a great run here tonight. Kevin right back here in a really good spot as we continue right now. So Kevin sitting right there in second. We're going to take a look at his driver profile page in P2 right now. Again, that is going to be Mr. Kevin sitting in a very good spot here. Let's take a look at his driver profile page. And right now sitting P2. Good night for him. Let's see if we can grab a word with him before we go back green here. Because lights are still on the pace car. Kevin's AFK, unfortunately. That was your P2 driver right now. Is Mr. Kevin. Fortunately, he's not here, so can't really do what I wanted to do there. It's AFK, but right now, as we work lap number 11 of 80 here tonight, as we all work our way through here at Daytona International Raceway, still early on here for the truck series here tonight. Truck series getting ready to go back green here on Extreme SM TV, working our first caution here tonight. Wade up front, and let's see if we can take a look at Wade's profile, because Wade has done a great job leading the way early on as we continue to work this first caution. Again, he got up front. Alrighty folks, sorry about that. We are experiencing some internet issues here tonight, so we're going to do the best we can to get this thing in for you. As Wade scored your race leader right now, continues to lead. Christopher Wade out in front. Behind him, it's going to be the 4 machine. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing here tonight. Again, 12 of 80 complete already here tonight. One caution on the evening. Wade out front. And this should be a lot of fun when we go back to green here in just a moment. 12 out of 80 complete here. Pace car will come to pit road. We'll get them back underway. And we'll see as we get back going. You see Cole sitting right there. Kevin up there. 12 on the board. Back underway right now. Dylan Glass, Nate Lynch back here. Eric Offerman back here. Everybody's going to get up to speed once again. Good restart for the front of this field. It's a great restart for the front of the field right now. Nice and easy going on this restart, continuing right now, side by side. They're in that 20 machine working about him. He'll be up to 5th. Kevin will drop to 6th. Derek easing through. Take a look right there. Derek doing a great job putting the truck where they ain't pretty much right now, and doing a good job easing through right. All right, back here with you once again, and you see it right here. The truck's now broken down to 2 lanes once again. Out front, Andrew Medlin. Medlin will continue to lead. Cole Grimes in 2nd. Down the front straightaway once again. Truck's doing a great job. Let's go take a look deeper in the pack. You got Mike Lynch, Douglas back here in 11th. Ken Campbell in 12th. Ken having a good run here tonight in that number 14. What about Scott? Jerry Hendrick, Trey Jackson, Adam back here. All these trucks just kind of mid-pack right now, doing a very good job of hanging on to it. And somebody that I know that will go for that strategy of taking care of their equipment for the most of the race, that's Kyle Hall. Cover Another Way League, Kyle Hall involved in, and we've seen him do it in his league and situation for Kyle. Same thing here, right? He's going to drop back, save the equipment. We've seen Kyle Hall would do this strategy before, and guess what? It looks like he's doing it again as he got a truck outside wall right in front of Hall. As both of those will have to check up and get around him. Everybody will check up, keep it kind of straight. That was the 29 truck of Douglas. Got in the outside wall at 29 Ford F-150. Not having the best of run right now. Again, got in the fence and had to really slow up. We'll look back towards the front of the pack once again. See Glass up here. And let's drop back here Max Ward, who's 2 laps down. He's 2 laps down, but he got the truck fixed. So now he's in this situation where he needs just to take care of that race truck for the rest of this race. Got 60 to go here roughly when we come by the 65 to go now. So Max has got plenty of time to get back on the lead lap. He's just got to take care of that truck, get it done. Well, folks, out front, the 12 leads the way. That's going to be Andrew Medlin out front. Behind them, they're going to be separated apart a little bit. You got a side-by-side battle now. Derek, great run by Derek up to the top in the 20 machine. Derek making a move to the top lane in that number 20 machine. Top lane for Offerman. Derek Offerman up on the top side, pulling that outside lane forward. 16 of 80 complete here tonight. So Derek doing a great job out in front. Andrew Medwin in that 12 machine on the bottom. Take a look at Andrew and the run he's had so far tonight. Another one of those trucks that's done a great job just maintaining. We work our way down through this one. Medwin right there on the top side. Look at the 20 of Andrew. Or Medwin on the bottom, the 20 of Derek, doing a great job trying to work forward. Can't do it right now. He'll jump back in line. That top side starting to drop back right now as we continue to work our way down the back, down the front straightaway right now. Old Grimes right there in the mix. Everybody just having a pretty smooth run here tonight. Up in front, Andrew Medlin continues to hang on at the moment as we all work our way through lap number 18 here. Both sides of the pack giving each other plenty of room. Not really, the outside line is not really coming down on the door of that bottom lane like they could. Discretion a better part of Ballard right now for them, and that's a smart move, right? Just keep it up there, keep it nice and calm. That's the way you want to do it right here. Christopher Wade right there in the 53 truck, dropping back. Having a pretty good run here tonight. Christopher Wade, that is, in the 53 truck. Let's take a look at his night so far. Mr. Wade there in the 53 started 5th, running 7th right now. is Mr. Wade. It's a good run for him so far tonight as well. So up front, everybody remaining calm. And the guys up front right now, basically, for the most part, they all started up there. You take a look back here at somebody like a Kyle Hall, started 9th. He's dropped back to 15th. But again, I think he's saving his equipment. Look at Hasty Patrick, started 29 or 22nd. He's running 19th. What you're seeing here, what the kind of the trend here is, wherever you've started, that's where you're running right now, which tells me this pack has not moved around a ton. See Scott Black back here started in 27th, currently running 29th, and you know, that's what these guys are doing. They're just kind of staying put where they're at here. So if you're going to have this type of racing going on to where everybody's pretty calm, yeah, you see that front pack, it doesn't look calm, but I've seen it to the point to where it's a lot worse than what it is. You got this type of side-by-side racing right here, and as calm as it is, they're not really slam shoving at least each other. They're keeping it calm here. What that's going to lead to is a bottleneck, and you're not going to be able to really work your way forward. As Medlin still leads the way, 20 laps complete of the 80 scheduled here tonight. Offerman second, Glass third. They're doing exactly what I thought they were going to do. They're just trying to take care of their equipment. A little bit of pushing going on the outside, but that's not as bad as, ooh, one car out of shape there. That was the 16 of Glass getting out of shape. Just as I was bragging on them, keeping it pretty clean here up front, Glass went and stepped out of line here, got into the outside wall. Sparks flew off of that machine. So right now you got Glass, you got Michael, you got all these guys right here. What about Wade, Christopher Wade? Hanging on right there, also doing a good job here tonight. As everybody fights through here. 22 of the 80 scheduled here tonight. One more truck into the outside wall, just a little bit behind them. But again, we're having a couple of trucks getting the wall, but it's not nothing insane or crazy or big mishaps. They're just kind of scrubbing it, keeping it straight. Let's go back. Jones, Justin Jones, Lucas, Josephson, and Justin Jones, Brian, Timothy, Brandon, Aaron Hale back here. But he's just keeping her calm here. 22 complete. What do you say we go crank it up for the first time here tonight at Daytona? Still early on here in the Real Men of Genius 200 tonight at Daytona. As we're coming back here at Daytona, 25 laps complete here out of the 80 scheduled here for tonight. You take a look at it right now. Up in front, the 12 machine of Andrew leads the way, and I tell you what, it's kind of broke apart behind him. The outside lane, Andrew to pit road as we come back. Trucks to pit road, just shy of 25 complete. Andrew leading them down. Thought they could go a bit further than that. I figured lap 30, but here at 25, they're on pit road, led by the 12 of Andrew. So big move there for Andrew. And we actually got some of the trucks there that did come down that first caution that were in the back of the pack there still out there. The first set of green flag stops taking place here at lap 25. I was estimating lap 30, but they're going to come down a little bit quicker than that. That puts us 25 and 50 on our fuel run. Roughly lap 24 they came down, now working 25. So this pack's going to dive down here. And it looks like some of these guys that were in the back of the pack early on, they're going to sneak up on us here. They got about 10 laps more of fuel. And guess who's involved in that pack? That's going to be Kyle Hall. Snuck up on me here. It took fuel there during the first caution. And they're going to stay out. They've only got 15 laps in this tank. So Hall, Brian, Trey, Steve Anderson, everybody up front now can go another 10 laps or so. So that would put them in the window to pit at around lap number 35. So that would put them just shy of making this thing all the way there on fourth. A little bit different pit strategy out of this front pack. Meanwhile, Aaron right here, back here in the back of that pack, here comes Dylan Glass, back out there on the racing surface, getting back up to speed again. They just made their pit stop. So give Brian in the 11 truck the race lead. Good run for him up front right now. Great pit strategy. He's got him up front. Kyle Hall up there in the front pack. And look at Kyle Hall right there in the mix now. And this is kind of Kyle Hall's MO, right? Just take care of that truck or car, whatever he happens to be in to the very end. Well, it's his MO, and that's what he's doing right now as he's underneath the 11 Interstate Batteries machine with Chew as they work their way through 3 and 4. Double file, they'll work their way by the 20 truck, who is a lap down. Nice job by them. And again, they've got another 7, 8 laps at least of fuel left in these trucks up front. Different pit strategy for them than the guys that came down. When truck moves down the racetrack, that's going to be Brian Chew. Top to bottom, your race leader right now in the 11 truck. So 28 of the 80 complete here tonight. Brian Chew out front in the 11 machine. Scott right there in second in the 05. Kyle Hall runs third back here near the back. It's going to be Cole back there in 22nd. Again, these trucks are on a totally different strategy than the strategy your race leaders are on. Led by Andrew. Of course, they were the leaders that came down and around lap number 24. Now, if this all cycles back through, they will leapfrog back up to the race lead, and they're actually relatively close to the leaders here. If we go back and we look again as the lead pack now down the back straightaway, getting a little unorganized going by lap traffic there. But we go back in and we take a look again at this pack who is all by their lonesome here. This is a pack of trucks that's come down pit road, led by Glass right there. They're in the middle of the tri-oval on the lead lap, and the leaders are coming out of turn number 4. And I don't think the leaders will get to them to put them a lap down. They've got enough trucks there to keep their distance as we enter lap number 30 of this race. So again, this front pack about 5 laps away from stops right now. Coming down at about lap 35. We've had one caution on the evening. A couple of trucks moving around up front. And it's going to be the 11 of Chew leading the way. The 05 of Scott right there behind him. Scott right there, Kyle Hall, Trajan Jackson, Adam, everybody up here in this front pack. Again, they have gotten another 4 to 5 laps of fuel before they too will come to pit road. This strategy playing out for them pretty well here at lap number 31. Two trucks working together on the outside lane right there. That's going to be the 9 back there. Patrick pulling out of line to try to join that little tango on the outside line. And not sure if I would be trying to do that right now. 15, 1 lap down back there. Just trying to keep that thing in the mix. That's Jerry. He's 1 lap down, first car 1 lap down, or second car 1 lap down. Ken Campbell, the first car 1 lap down, right in front of him. Both those trucks laps down right now on the outside line. The lap down trucks working the top, trying to get their laps back. All 3 of them you see right there in that top lane aren't a lap down right now. Led by Ken Campbell out in front. Ken Campbell out in front of the lap down trucks. Jerry, Derek, all those guys working the top side. And again, these leaders should be coming to pit road here in the next 3 to 4 laps. Pit road will be the next 3 to 4 laps, led by the 11 machine. And if you're taking a look right now, if you're following along at home, Brian out front. When does he bring this pack down? No, they're going to have a little bit more fuel in the tank, but they're still going to have to make another stop as we roll on through right now lap number 33. They make it to 35 here. They could technically go to lap 60, which puts them in the fuel run. Wait a minute. Your broadcaster goofed up. Okay. So the trucks that came down at lap 24, they can go to lap 49. That puts them outside of a fuel run. So this lead pack right here, after doing some math, this might work out. They can go to lap 60 after this stop. That puts them in the range to make it on one more stop versus everybody else is going to have to come back down again. So this pack right here has to come to lap 35 for this strategy to work. That will put them in shooting range here to make it on one more stop. Now to reiterate, trucks back here starting with Andrew, they're going to be on the outside looking in of that. They cannot make it on one more stop. They absolutely cannot after redoing the fuel mileage. These trucks right here, the 12, the 16, Dylan Glass, well, they're still two stops away. They'll be coming down around lap 50, and they would have to come back down at lap 75. While your lead pack right here, led by Brian Chew, Kyle Hall, all the guys up front, well, they could stay out. So if this thing goes green all the way, this strategy could work. Here to come, pit road right now. Trucks to pit road. Kyle Hall stays out. This little pack going to come down, but they're going to be well within the ability to make it on one more stop. Kyle Hall up front of this pack now. He'll stop next time. Then that will complete your first round of green flag stops. Then we'll cycle back to Dylan Glass and those guys back to the race lead. And then these trucks right here, they should be good to go on one more stop versus Dylan Glass. All those guys, they're going to have to make another stop. So trucks getting ready to come pit road. That's going to include Kyle Hall. This will conclude the first round of green flag stops here tonight. Hall off of turn 4. Turns that truck left down to pit road. The 9 in there kind of hot with him, but they're going to make it work. So these trucks easy to pit road here. And now we're going to look as Brian Chew there coming off pit road. That's the trucks just leaving pit road. Here comes Glass and those guys who do have to make 2 more stops. They will cycle back to the race lead when all this comes around. See trucks on pit road right now. Kyle Hall, those guys, as Dylan Glass and them coming out of turn number 4. But these trucks right here, they're going to be 2 more stops at least to make it to the end of this race, provided a yellow don't come out. Right? If a yellow comes out, all this strategy that we've talked about is pretty much going to go away. So these trucks will come on through. They'll cycle back through to the race lead. And right there it is. They're going to cycle through. So the trucks that came in on lap 24 will be back to the race lead. But they are 2 stops away from making this thing. So Where does Kyle Holland, those guys cycle in here? They come up on the racing surface around 17th or so. So that extra 10, 11 laps, it's going to come in handy for all those trucks, because that's what's going to help them here in the long run if this thing goes green. So 36 complete here tonight at Daytona International Raceway, just short of halfway, and everybody's made their beds here to what strategy they're going to use. We've had 10 lead changes. Andrew Medlin out front, Nate Lynch in second. How does this thing play out to the end? Well, we're about halfway through it right now already, so we're halfway through finding out how this will work out and who will get the opening win of the season here tonight. And wow, what a night it has been in the Raze Energy Truck Series. And what a night. Great racing so far. We still got a long way to go. A long way to go. And big shout out to the real men of Gennius coming on board to sponsor this opening round here. Sorry about the cough. Kind of fighting off a little bit of a cold here, but we'll get through this. Meanwhile, up front, battle for the race lead. It's going to be Kevin to the outside. He's going to have help with Brian Chu. They're going to take back over the front spot. Lap 38, and Kevin to the race lead in the 4. It's a great job by Kevin jumping back down to the race lead in the 4 truck right now. You still got a long way to go here, and a lot of things to figure out fuel-wise. But we're working on getting it all sorted here. 39 on the board this time by. Kevin out front, Brian Chu, Andrew Midwin. Scott back here in third. 40 on the board. And really the only hope that these trucks have is if there's a yellow or something to break this strategy up. But right now we're going to go crank it up for the second time here tonight. And we'll be right back here on Extreme SM TV. Alright, back here with you once again as I was going over some calculations, double checking everything. But these guys are making your broadcaster work tonight. Math is not my strong suit. Thank God I've got a calculator. As we work our way through right now, Kevin out in front of this field in the 4 machine. He's got the 12 right there behind him. Andrew Medlin right there with him as they're going to work their way through some lap traffic once again. And here we go. We're going to start dicing our way through lap trucks right in front of them. This is where it can get dangerous, right? You got to be careful. You got to take your time. Andrew going to get caught up in the middle. And he's got to be careful here. The 29 trying to figure out a way to get out of the way here. He'll start to try to work his way up, but he can't just yet. There he goes. He's going to leave the inside open. But that's going to cost That is definitely going to cost Andrew. He got hung up here. Now that's going to break the pack up. They're going to be 2 and 3 wide. Again, lap traffic playing a role here as we continue to work our way through. And again, these lap trucks, they don't have to pull over and get out of the way. That's Scott Black right there, you see going a lap down. These trucks are not required to get out of the way. You know, it's one of them things. They're trying to race for a lucky dog spot, right? You know, that's their race. Right now, they're trying to stay on the lead lap. So as these leaders run up on them, it's not like they're just going to pull over and say, okay, bye, everybody. That's not how it works, right? You can't expect them to do that. And you got to be careful as you're working your way by them. These trucks working their way down the back straightaway right now in this lead pack. Some trucks got a pit. We got some trucks in there that's a lap down. And we're coming closer and ever so closer to round number 2 of green flag stops. And that will come around lap number 50-ish. 48 to 50 is going to be the fuel stop window again. Here in about 4 laps for this lead pack of trucks. We're going to check in on the trucks that we know can go further. And that's going to be the first truck of that pack. It's going to be Adam right now, who's kind of blended in with this front pack of trucks that's got a pit. So he's going to have to be very much aware of who's around him when they come to go to pit road. He's got to be aware of who's around him right here, because this could go bad in a hurry if you're not. So roughly 4 to 5 laps away from the second round of green flag stops. Kevin out front in the 4 machine, the 25 of Nate Lynch. Look at Nate getting up there in that 25 truck right now, that 25 Budweiser machine, running really well here tonight. And again, this your opening round of the year. And Nate right there started 4th. He's been as low as 26th. He's back up inside the top 10. But Nate also on that strategy, he's going to have to come to pit road. And here we go. Nate Lynch sitting there. He's ran 20 in his stint. First truck that doesn't have to pit with these guys now is going to be Lucas, who's actually running second. It's going to be interesting when these trucks break apart. How big a gap is Lucas going to have over somebody like a Brian, who is also right there and doesn't have to pit? So this is where I get nervous for cautions, right? You got trucks that do have to pit, trucks that don't have to pit right now. And when they go to break apart, ideally, all the trucks that need to pit need to get to the bottom. But that's easier said than done, right? You got 2 lanes. If you're the 11, if you're the 77, you're all up there on the top lane. The 11, doesn't have to pit, but it's not like he can just get out of the way. It's going to be dicey as the 88 of Lucas taking a race lead. That's another one of those trucks that does not have to pit. So Lucas in a great spot here. If he can get to the race lead, he don't have to pit. He does not have to worry about trucks being in front of him coming to pit road and him getting in the back on me. Look at Dylan Glass, man. Dylan all over that back bumper, desperately trying to get to the bottom. I think Dylan's plan. It's still not working for Dylan Glass in that Pepsi machine. So all this you're seeing right now is predicated on pit stops. Cole Grimes, pit stops. I mean, you know, you've got to play this out as easy and safely as you can. Because we're about 2.5, 3 laps away from this next round of stops. Trucks working their way through. Here we go. Feel this thing go green the whole rest of the way. That is going to be the question. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. 48 on the board. Alright, out in front, Kevin continues to lead the way right now, 21 on the board. We're looking for trucks to come to pit road, lap 47. There we go. The first takers will be coming down at lap 47. Actually, a lap sooner than I even anticipated we'd see the first ones. There we go. First truck's down lap 47. So we expect to see this next round of stops starting right now as we complete lap number 48 on the board. down the back straightaway right now. Everybody fighting their way through. Nate Lynch, Weber, Lucas, Steel and Glass, Wade back here. Here we go. It's going to be the next round of trucks this time by, coming to lap number 49. The next round of trucks getting ready to dive down pit road. Here we go. They got to get it down on pit road nice and smooth. And pretty smooth, got to say. Great job by these drivers getting all these trucks down on pit road. It's going to leave Lucas out here now. So, everybody left on the track, they can go another about 10 laps. They'll be coming down at around lap 60. These trucks out here right now, led by Lucas, they're going to make one more stop. Everybody you just saw stop. You get pit strategy involved. Always an interesting night when you go down the rabbit hole of pit strategy. 50 complete, and look at the breakaway this pack has. Over people behind them, Kevin back here, Anderson, all these guys back here, they are a good 15 seconds off of your race leader. So it's basically a 1, 2, 3, 4 truck breakaway at the front of the pack right now. Man, oh man. And very important here to look at this gap of 14 seconds from Timmy in 5th all the way to Lucas up here in 4th, because when all this cycles through, if it stays the way it is right now, these 4 trucks would have a 15-second lead going into the final few laps of this race. So 51 on the board. 51 laps on the board this time by. As we continue to cycle through. Yeah, 51 laps complete here tonight of the 80. Adam sitting right there in 3rd, Lucas 4th. Timothy McNally in 5th. Lonzo King in 6th. Ray Jackson 7th. Patrick Hasty in 8th. Kyle Hall, actually 8th here, good move for Kyle Hall. Trying to work his way forward again, about 8 or so laps. Got a side-by-side battle right in front of them. 8 or so laps for our next round of stops coming up. So about 8 laps away from this round of stops right here. Front pack's got a 13.5 second lead. Great little lead for him right now. Chew up front. Right behind. Who is Chew with now? You can't really tell. He is. We'll go take a quick look. The 51 truck of black on the tail end of the lead lap right now. As we're coming up to about 7 laps away from the second round of stops for these trucks. And this next round, when they come to pit road, it will be the trucks that can stay out for the remainder of this race. An 80 scheduled as we close down on 25 to go, so these trucks could actually start diving down anytime with 54 or less laps to go. Don't necessarily have to go to 60, but I would imagine that would be their plan here. They'll go to 60 before they come down. That's my reasoning behind it, at least. As we are closing on the end of this segment of the race for these guys. As we come down, 54 of 80 complete here tonight. 54 of 80 is complete. This is just what you got to look at with 55 on the board. You got to look at this and go, okay, this is what's going to happen now. Trucks down the back straightaway. Brian Chew out in front, right behind the 51 of black. 55 on the board. They're going to be within their window to stop here momentarily. 55 of 80 complete here tonight. Again, this race has become a fuel mileage race here, as we've only had one caution on the evening. Just basically waiting for the fuel mileage to play out, be able to tell you what's going to happen here. And it all depends on if we get another yellow or not, right? These guys have set themselves up very well to run here on out in this front pack. That's why you don't see them racing around too much, right? There's no reason for them to right now. They know the guys that they're around right now is who they will battle for a win with if they play their cards right. But what they don't want to do is get up there and race and cause a caution, kind of kill their strategy altogether. So it's smart play out of Chew and these guys just to do what they're doing right now. Let the laps run down, let the race come to them, and then once we see all this strategy subside and it's down to their trucks, then they can go out there and race. But right now, there's no real reason to. I'll tell you what, as a fellow driver, not even a broadcaster, the setup that they put themselves in is your perfect setup. As long as they're not a caution, Chew, Scott, Adam, Lucas, right now they got a perfect setup right now. But the problem of it is, remember that 15-second gap they had back to pack number 2? Well, it's closing, and that's because there are only 4 trucks up there. So they are losing their gap, but the right side to that is we're all about to come back to pit road. So maybe we come back to pit road, they're able to latch on to a bigger pack when they come out, hold that gap a little bit better going into this final, what should be about 5 or 10 laps when that next gap or the next round of stops happen with the trucks that still have to make that stop. Basically what I'm getting at is they can get with another pack here and widen that gap back out that they had over this pack we're watching right here. That would be your race leaders and when all this thing cycles through. So to catch you up, in case you're just joining us, we're going to drop back to the pack with Andrew Medlin. This pack right here still has to make a stop later in the race. They're going to have to come down with roughly 5 laps to go. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, they're coming to pit road. This pack right here, they're getting ready to hit pit road now. They can make it to the end. And that pack consists of about 12, 13 trucks altogether. But out of those 13 trucks, roughly 4 of them is kind of checked out in their own little group over this second pack of trucks. That would be your long run trucks, basically. It'll be your trucks here that can make it from this point right now. So trucks getting ready to come to pit road. There they go. They're going to start diving off. Actually, Brian Chew, Scott, they're going to stay out another round here. Off just a bit longer on coming back down. $60 on the board this time by. So 60 on the board here. The 60 coming up on the board this time by. Here they come. Again, it should be coming to pit road either this time or next time by. There they go. They'll hit the pit road. Chew coming down. Scott coming down. All this will start to cycle back through. And Chew, big mistake. You seen it right there. He dropped wheels off into the grass. I bet you $1 to a donut that's going to be unsafe pit road entry and the 11 truck of Chew. I just about guarantee he's gonna have to come serve a pass through for that. Unreal. Gonna come off pit road. Brian Chew was your race leader. Made a bit of a mistake coming on pit road, and it's going to cost him. Now, this thing's going to cycle through to Jones up front. These are the final 3 trucks that's got to come down. Jones, Lynch, and Hall. They got to come down this time by. Then that'll cycle it back through to Medlin, and he'll be coming down pretty well in another 10 or so laps. So Andrew Medlin, he's going to cycle through. Here comes that pack. They'll cycle back to the race lead. But again, this front pack now, they have to stop again. Versus the trucks we just saw stop. They're good to go to the end here. This pack up front, well, they're going to have to make another pit stop in roughly, call it, another 12 laps. So, do the math. They're going to come up short here by about 12 as they work their way through. Here we go, everybody working their way down the back straightaway. They're working lap 13 of their stint. So Glass, Nate Lynch, all these guys up here in the front, not pulling the winning strategy unless we get a caution. Brian Chew actually still in 10th. Apparently did not have to serve a pass-through, so I was wrong about that. Getting very lucky there in that Interstate Batteries number 11 machine not to have to serve a pass-through. So Lynch, Medlin, and Grimes up front. 12:3:25 leads the way here at Daytona with 18 laps to go. As everything winds down once again, we're going to go crank it up one more time here tonight. This will be your final crank it up of the evening. And we come back, we'll be with you to the end. The men of Gennius tonight here at Daytona. Alrighty, back here once again with you one more time as we continue. 16 laps to go here. And as we run this thing out, and we go take a look at the strategies right now. Medlin out front. He's going to be roughly, what's that? 8, 6, 7 laps from coming to pit road. So around 10 to go. Going back here to Brian Chew in the 11 machine. He's in good shape, that 4-car pack. Now, if we start looking back even further, here's that gap again. It's going to be 9 seconds between the small pack and the big pack this time. The bigger pack, should say. It's not near as many trucks, as it was the last time that we looked at it. But their goal is to get up there to catch Lucas and Brian Chu in the 10th and 11th. And they actually got help there with a lap down truck, because Brian Chu does. That's helping them out a little bit. But the gap right now, if I look at it and do some math here, roughly 8 or so seconds, 8.4 is the gap right now. Now it is closing. 8.3 that time by. It's going to be interesting to see when this cycles through where they sit. Behind Lucas or behind Brian and Lucas. That's effectively your race for the win if this thing stays green while up front up here and still need the pit stop land. Right now Andrew Medlin leads. Grimes in second, Nate Lynch in third, Kevin in fourth. That is your top four right now. So again, the first car does not have to pit at the moment. It's going to be Scott. Right there would be your race leader when it cycles through. And then you got to look at see how this plays out. Then it's going to be an 8.3 second gap to pack number 2. And then about 5 seconds back from those guys is another pack of trucks. Now if these trucks run down them and they can kind of work together, they may be able to go get them. But that's going to be yet to be determined. Meanwhile, we got to wait and see if this thing stays green long enough for these front trucks to hit pit road. That's going to be the question here with 12 laps to go. Grimes right here in second, Nate Lynch, Kevin, Christopher Wade, Dylan Glass, Mike Lynch, Weber, Scott, Brian Chu, Lucas Josephson, Brian Lynch, Trey Jackson. Right there in the mix with 11 laps to go this time by. With 11 laps to go. Cole, Nate, Kevin, Christopher, Dylan Glass, Mike Lynch. All up here in this front pack right now. Nearing the stage that they're going to have to come to pit road. And they're just desperately staying out right now, hoping there's a caution to reset this thing. But even if it does, they're going to lose track position. But if they have to come to pit road and this thing stays green, their effective chance of winning this race is over here tonight at Daytona. So as we work our way through, we're going to go back the first truck on this other strategy of Scott. You can see those trucks lined up. The gap right now to that second pack, 8.6. They're keeping that gap pretty steady at about 8.6 seconds. They're doing a great job there mitigating their gap here with 11 to go. Meanwhile, back to the leaders. 22 on their stint. They're within 3 laps of hitting pit road here. Edwin still desperately holding on to the race lead, hoping that this thing has a caution, but he's going to abandon it. There you go. Ooh, truck to top to bottom to get on pit road. He'll make it. Nate Lynch now leads the way with 10 laps to go. 10 to go here, and we're in the final round of stops. This race turned into fuel strategy from the very get-go with 1 caution on the evening. Here we go, 10 laps to go right now, and this pack right here should be hitting pit road sometime soon, and they're taking just fuel. The Andrew already coming off pit road, actually spun the car around coming off pit road, trying to get up to speed, but he'll get that truck straightened out. Nate Lynch still now will be the next set of trucks to pit road with just 10 laps to go. Lynch coming down, here he comes, pulling the rest of the trucks to pit road. And they will hit their brakes, get on the brakes real hard here, and nice entry to complete this round of stops here. Everybody on pit road. right here. Everybody coming down. Brian Chew. Now, alright. Time to go back and look. Here comes what is going to be the lead pack. Right here, led the way by Brian Chew. And everybody involved, or excuse me, leading the way of that pack is actually going to be Scott. Brian Chew right there with him. It's going to be a 4-truck race right now if it stays the way it is right now. And it's exactly as we talked about it all night with this strategy. Now, if there's no caution, it is definitely a 4-truck race at this point. They have a 5.99 second gap back to Nate Lynch. However, that second pack is building some momentum, a little bit at least. They're 6.9 seconds back with 9 laps to go. They have got to pick up a ton of time here. And as we cycle through and we take a look at the gaps, this time by, that was a 51 something for the front pack, led by Scott, and they've actually picked up some stragglers. That's going to help them maintain that race lead. 51-1 behind them. That second pack is coming. They're going to have to come up with some more speed. The best help they've got is Chew right there in the 11. He's a lap down, but it's actually going to help. Or excuse me, that's going to be Chew right there. He is not a lap down, excuse me. But here we go. We're going to start seeing this filing down. 6.9 is the gap. Pack 1 to pack 2. That's going to be black there. That's a lap down. The 88 in the front pack's should be a lap down, I believe. Trying to deduce who's on the lead lap here. No, he is on the lead lap. Let me do some deducing here. One truck right there behind them. So they're kind of low on numbers of trucks here. This time by, again, 6.533, 6.4. This second pack is gaining, and you see how big pack number 2 is in comparison. Wow. Alright. 7 laps to go. Here we go. Can this front pack hold their gap with 7 laps to go here? Lucas Josephson, right there in second in the 88 truck. Right behind the 11, or in third, excuse me, is Lucas. Brian in second. Out front, that's going to be Scott. Just kind of riding right now, doing a great job just riding out front. They played their strategy right now. It's in the hands of if they can just keep it together for a grand total of 6 more laps. But the gap is closing. Look at Andrew right here. 4 seconds is the gap. Trying to make it up with pack number 2. Andrew doing a great job trying to make this up with pack number 2 right now. 4 seconds, they're closing in. Andrew somehow got on pit road, got off, got in this second pack, and they are running down your leaders. 4.0 is the gap. They're going to catch them because they're gaining over a second a lap here. 6 laps to go. Now, if you're in this front pack, you're going to stay tight as you can. You know the second pack's coming with under 5 laps to go. You see it just out of frame. There is that second pack. Man, oh man, 4 seconds, 3.9. They're coming in a hurry. It's not enough trucks up here in the front pack to maintain it. Wow. That is so frustrating. You played the perfect strategy, but now you don't have enough trucks to maintain the gap to pack number 2. And oh yeah, pack number 2 is coming. 3.3. Right now the gap back to that 4 truck and the 8 or the 3 and the 4 that's leading this second pack. Here they come, and you see the number of trucks we have here in pack number 2. Actually, they've lost a bit of their momentum here. Let's see how this works. 4 laps to go. Front pack right now ran a 50-point flat right there, 3.17. That's their gap to pack number 2. The problem is with the front pack, if you're Brian Chew, you can't get out and race. Because you get out and race, you don't stay in the line, the second pack is going to run you down, and it's not going to do you any good. Gap right now, last time by 3.1. Andrew Medlin leading that second pack, and they're coming in a hurry now. They should be starting to sniff the draft off of pack number 1. 3 to go here in the Real Men of Gennius 200 at Daytona. 3 to go. The Raze Energy Truck Series coming down to this. Coming to 2 laps to go. Gap now to pack number 2, who is single filed out. 1.6. They are going to gobble this front pack alive, and look at the front pack starting to scramble. Trying to take up as many lanes as possible. Brian Chu with a push. Brian Chu going to get the help from behind with the 88 trunk of Lucas, trying to block both lanes. Pack number 2 is here, and they're going to go outside, inside, 3 wide. Big run for the 24 in the top. He's going to be in the fence. This is going to be bad. They're going to start piling up, and there it is. Caution's going to be on the racetrack. Big incident front straightaway. Kyle Hall embalmed. Pack number 2 caught pack number 1. And unfortunately, all of it's going to go for naught, as the yellow flag is going to fly. Man, oh man. Wow. Kyle Hall doing such a good job to keep that truck under him all night. Gets caught up in it. Or look here. There's nowhere to go. Too many trucks with too much momentum. They ended up 4 wide right there at one point. And when it started to go wrong, taking a look at trucks just getting turned around, Kyle doing the best he could. Kyle got on the apron and just did not go as planned. You see him up on the top side. 54 was the first truck to go around. And then just whammo, whammo, whammo. And oh, Kyle all but had it cleared. Man. So caution out here for the second time tonight, as everybody was spread apart. Pack number 2 caught pack number 1 with a head of momentum, and this is what occurred. Forward to bring out the second caution here. Man. This is going to be a green and white checkered at Daytona. Kyle Hall on pit road. Brian Chu, your race leader here. But Brian Chu in a great spot right now. Your race leader right now at Daytona International Speedway. But look at that, Brian Chu came through this thing in a pretty good spot. And taking a look, let's go get a word in with Brian Chu if we can. Just a moment. Your race leader here at Daytona. We'll go grab a word with him here in just a second. Let's go get that done. So Brian Chu leading the way right now. Let's see if we can get him up here in Discord here. Okay, let's see. Wrong thing. Hang on just a second, folks. Just sort it out right quick. Alright, should be right now. Let's go get a word with him now. Oh. Well, that's gonna need some work, ain't it? One more time. Let's see if we can get Mr. Chu up here. Nope. Alright, we're going to try that later next week. That is still not working for us. Apologize here. But as we're going to get ready to go back to green, I had it to where it would tie in, but it's not wanting to tie in, so we'll get it fixed for next week. And we'll get ready to bring them back to green. It's going to be 3 laps to go here from Daytona International Speedway right here. The 3 to go here at Daytona. Green, white, checkered this time by. The green, white, checkered this time by here at Daytona International Speedway. But getting ready to go back green at flag racing here for the final time here tonight. 3 laps to go, and we'll get them fired back off in a moment. Alrighty, as we get ready to go once again here at Daytona International Raceway with 3 laps to go. Here we go, lights are off on the pace car. Here we go, it's going to be a green and white checkered. Chew out in front will bring them to green. Here we go, green flag is out. We are underway here at Daytona International Speedway. Chew out front, great restart. Brian Chew trying to hang on right now, but the outside line has the momentum at the moment. Look at that outside. It's going to work its way through here. Chew's going to have to make a move here if he's going to hang on, but Scott pulling ahead. Scott out front right now. 2 laps to go. Fighting their way down the back straightaway right now. Look at the outside line. Here we go. Out front, the 11 truck of Chew. Trying to hang on. Outside of him, he's going to have Scott. They're going to come to 1 lap to go this time by. Out of turn number 4, we'll see the white flag wave. 1 to go. And the real men of Gennius, 200. Will they make it to the white? They do. White flag is out as they're wrecking behind them. Chew going to hang on as you see the melee occur behind them. Now, as we continue, Chew out front. Scott second. Lucas third. Nate Lynch there in 4th. The field barely making it to the white flag that time by. The question's going to be, will the track be clear when they get back around? Chew on the bottom, big push coming. The 05 top side, they're going to move around. Brian Chew out in front. 1 car on the apron, we're going to stay with the leaders and reckon behind them now. It's going to be a 5 truck race off of 4. Here we go, moves coming, Chew's going to have to block it. Chew, great job, he'll run the bottom. Chew hanging on through the triangle and coming across the stripe. Brian Chew is going to get it done and pick up the win here in the season opener. The Raze Energy Truck Series, what a job. Let's try this thing one more time. For Brian Chew, your race winner here tonight. Let's see if it works this go around. Alright, great job for Brian Chew. Coming home with the win. There it is, Brian Chew getting it done here tonight. You're a winner. Let's go get a word with him in a moment. Brian Chew doing a great job coming home with the win here tonight. And we will grab a word with Mr. Chew. Oh. Hey, Brian Chew, Matt up here in the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Big tracks.
Hey, Brian, buddy, it's Matt in the booth. Got a copy on me, buddy?
Yeah, I got you. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. Well, what a job hanging on there through the final green-white checkered. All the strategy that played into the night came in, well, for naught there at the very end. But, man, what a night it was.
Yeah, I tell you, my teammates, this new season with the new guys and everything, and couldn't be more proud of them. We kind of had this plan, stuck with it, and you know, I saw them coming with about 2 laps to go, that second pack back there, and decided to take it on the outside line, and you know, just having 2 of our team cars up front, and then when the caution came out, we just let it rip, see what happens, and it worked out for me.
Well, you did a great job, man. Talk to me about that. You know, you talked about how the last few laps and how everything turned out. When you seen the wreck behind you, was you afraid you wasn't going to make it to the line?
The wreck on the one that caused the caution.
No, the one they were wrecking behind you coming to the white flag, and there for a moment I didn't think you was going to get the white, and I figured you may have to line it back up again.
To tell you the truth, I didn't notice the wreck behind me. I mean, I was so focused on front windshield there and looking at my teammate behind me, and I had a teammate next to me. I just didn't see the wreck further back, which, you know, someone just ran me over. But so I didn't notice it, thank God. So that was probably a good thing.
Yeah, I was up here. I was like, oh, I don't know if he's going to make it back or not.
Yeah, you know, fortunately for me, I didn't see that. That was probably a good thing for me, or probably would have made me take me off my line or something. But I just tried to hold at the yellow line there, have my teammate pushing me, and hope for the best.
Well, you did a great job, man, and it was a great night of racing. Anybody you'd like to thank here before I let you go in a moment?
Yeah, you know, I'd like to thank Nate Lynch, you know, get me in this league and involved, and it's been great camaraderie with these guys, and just for all the sponsors that are letting us do this deal, and my teammates. First night with them, I'm really proud of them, and my wife, because she's lets me do this a lot, so appreciate that.
Well, good job, man. Congratulations coming home with the win here in the Real Men of Genius 200. Great job, Brian, man.
Thank you so much, bud.
All right, there we go. Brian grabbing the win here tonight. What a job he did. Let's get ready to get P2 up here. You're going to have to bear with me just a moment as we go up here and we grab P2. Get all this new fancy tech going. And let's get P2. Lucas coming home. P2 here tonight. Oh, let's see if we can get him here in Discord. And where is Mr. Lucas? There he is. Hey, Lucas, Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Alrighty, P2 here tonight at Daytona. Not too shabby, buddy.
No, not at all.
Well, man, what a crazy night that was.
Yeah, I was just fine with coming in third and us just pushing away to the end under green, but it really got the nerves going when we got that caution.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that yellow mixed all with strategy that had been worked on all night up. And I tell you what, also to me, when I was watching the end of that race, you know, you had a wreck coming to the white. I wasn't sure that she was going to make it to the white flag.
I didn't
Go ahead.
know where that wreck was. I didn't know if it was after the white flag or what. I heard them talking about it.
Yeah, they were wrecking just as she got to the literally as the leaders were getting to the white flag.
Wow, that's lucky.
My best guess, if it had been a second later, like if you would have been maybe 100 feet shorter on the racetrack, you'd have had another yellow.
I guess you can throw that up to some good luck there. I guess we needed it.
Well, man, nevertheless, it all worked out, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, it was. My nerves were going pushing Brian up there, and I almost got into Scott in 3 and 4 on accident.
What a night, man.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was. I tell you what, that might have been one of the hardest races I've called with all the strategy you guys had going on.
Yeah, I was really worried about that second group catching us under green there towards the end, and I was freaking out when they caught us, and I didn't think we could hold them off if it would have stayed green, but it was tough.
Well, man, you did a great job. Congratulations, P2 here tonight. Anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my teammates. They did an awesome job tonight working together as a team, and glad we could bring it home.
Alrighty, man. Great job, P2 here tonight, brother.
All right, thank you.
All right, we got one more to go grab here in just a moment. If we can find him, let's see. There's Scott out of Misfit Motorsports. Let's get Scott up here. Hey, Scott, Matt in the booth. Got a copy?
Yep.
Alrighty, man. Well, great job here tonight. coming home at third. What a crazy night, crazy finish. What did it look like from your end coming down to the end of that one?
It was just the three of us teammates hoping one of us would win.
Well, you know, it works out pretty well whenever you got that many teammates up there with you like that.
Yeah, it always helps.
Well, what kind of momentum do you think you got going into the rest of the season here with the start here at Daytona like this, and what's your thoughts here going forward?
Just happy I got a top 5 out of Daytona and not get wrecked like normal here.
Well, you know, that's my problem here at places like this, man. I always tend to end up in the losing part of the scale. Well, man, you did a great job. You and your teammates worked a great race, got up there, got it done. Of course, we leave Daytona here after tonight, but what a great race overall for the league as a whole.
Yep.
Alrighty, man. Will anybody like to thank before I let you go?
My dog for always being in my room, keeping me sane. And all of us teammates working together so well.
Alrighty, man. Well, great job here tonight. Top 3, my friend.
Thanks.
Alrighty, we will see you next time, my friend.
Yep.
Alright, there you have it, folks. What a night it was. We're going to hop back over and grab your race results, and then we're going to get on out of here. What a night. Holy cow. Welcome back to Daytona. Still got some work to do on some of the fancy stuff we got for this year, but hey, we're getting there, right? Taking a look at it too up front as we're going to cycle through the field as they finished here tonight. What a night it was here from Daytona. Oh, wow. Oh, that was crazy. My brain hurts. All the strategy that we've seen. It's just a great night of racing. And just think that's race number 1. We got a long way to go this season. And if anything like tonight happens through the rest of the year for the Stars and Stripes of Racing League and the Raze Truck Series, it'll be a great year. What a way to open it up. Thank you to Raze Energy for coming on board as a series sponsor. Thank you to the real men of Gennius for coming on board to sponsor tonight's race. We're going to get ready to get on out of here. I hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Back here next week once again for round number 2. Until then, everyone stay safe. God bless. Have a great night.